Good afternoon, children. Welcome to today's online class. In our previous class, we completed our Unit 6 Supplementary Reader, and I had given you the study portion, Unit 6 Memory Poem, first 10 lines. Is it? Hope you have learned that. So, for the next class, you have to by heart the remaining of that poem and you have to write it in your rough note, the whole poem, okay, memory poem, totally you have to complete. Okay, ma? So, today we are moving to our 7th unit. That's our last unit. We are starting with the poem. Okay? So, Unit 7 Poem. The House on Elm Street. Okay, so written by the poet Nadia Bush. Okay, so we can see something about this poet. Okay, she is specialized in communication. Okay, she is the senior instructor in an institution for communication. Also, she is a writer, editor, and she had written many poems under the title Dark Poem. And this poem, The House on Elm Street, was published in the year April 2017. Okay? So now, shall we enter into our poem? What's the title? The House on Elm Street. Okay? So this poem, overall, what this poet say about this poem we can see. Okay, Nadia Bush says that this poem is a fantasy. It's an imaginative poem. Okay, so here some mysteries will be there. Okay, so we can read the poem and see what kind of mystery is there in the poem. Okay, shall we? Yes. The House on Elm Street by Nadia Bush. It sat alone. What happened there is still today unknown. It is a very mysterious place. And inside you can tell it has a ton of space. But at the same time it is bare to the bone. Okay, so beginning itself like a mystery it will be. So you see, it sat alone. What does this it refers to? It refers to that house. The house on the Elm Street. That is the it refers. It sat alone. Okay, it sat alone. What happened there is still today unknown. Okay, nobody knows what is happening in that house. That is mystery. If everything is known to others, that is not a mystery. Here, what happening in that house is unknown to others. So, that house is a mystery. Got it? So now, it sat alone. You can imagine that. Okay, an old house. Okay, so it sat alone. What happened there is still today unknown. Nobody knows still now what is happening in that house. It is a very mysterious place. Okay, unknown today. Nobody knows anything about that means it's mysterious place. Okay, so it is given third line. It is a very mysterious place. Here mysterious meaning secret. Okay, so nobody knows anything about that house. And inside you can tell it has a ton of space. What is this ton? Measure of weight. Okay, that is the ton. Okay, a lot of space is there inside that house. Okay, then next. But at the same time, it is bare to the bone. Lot of space is inside there, but nobody lives inside that. So only it is mentioned that, but at the same time, it is bare to the bone. Bare means nothing. Okay, without anything. Okay, so nobody lives in that house. That's what they are mentioning there. Lot of space inside that house, but nobody to live in that house. Got it, ma? So the house sat alone. It sat alone. What happened there is till today unknown. Nobody knows what is happening inside that house. So what happened? It is a mysterious house. That is the third line. It is a very mysterious place. And inside you can tell it has ton of space. Lot of space inside that house. But what is the thing? But at the same time, it is a bare to a bone. Okay. So it's very empty. Okay. Nobody lives in that house. At night, the house seems to be alive. Okay. So see, we can say that people will be alive, awake in the morning time. But here, it is said that the house is alive at night. Okay, that is the line. At night, the house seems to be alive. Someone moving inside in the night. All those things will happen. Light will be there. Okay, all those things happen in the night. At night only the house seems to be alive. Lights flicker on and off. Okay, light will, one time it will on, it will off. Okay, like that the whole night it will be like that. Okay, lights flicker on and off. I am often tempted to go to the house. It's a natural thing, is it, ma? If somebody says you don't see that or don't touch that, we'll be tempted to do that. Is it? Mothers say, don't touch that or don't see that. Something really, what you feel. Anyway, I have to touch it. I have to see that like that. In the same way, nobody will see or go to that house as it is a mysterious place. So this poet feels that often she is tempted to go inside the house and see what is there. Okay? So now, I am often tempted to go to the house to just take a look and see what is really about. For what purpose she want to go and see there? She want to just take a look and see what is really happening there. Okay. So there will be many false stories about that house. Rumors will be there. Okay. So they will say there may be ghosts, all those things they will be saying. But this poet really wants to know what is happening really in that house. So only she was often tempted to go inside that house. Got it, ma'am? Next. But fear takes over me. But she can't get inside that house because of fear. Okay, so she feels to go inside the house, but fear will not allow her to get inside that house. Got it? You understand the second stanza? Let me read that lines for the second stanza one more time. At night, the house seems to be alive. Why they are saying that the house seems to be alive at night? Because lights flicker on and off at that time. I am often tempted to go to the house. The poet Nadia Bush wills to go inside that house. She is tempted to go inside that house. But for what purpose? To just take a look and see and what is it really about. Really, what is happening inside that house? I want to just have a look. Okay. So now, but fear overtakes me. See, takes over me. But what happened? Fear won't allow her to get inside that house. Okay, that is the second stanza. Shall we move to the next third stanza? I drive past the house almost every day. Who is this I? The poet, Nadia Bush. Drive past the house almost every day. Whenever she is going to work or anyway, most of the time she had to cross that house. The house seems to be a bit brighter on this warm summer day in May. So, what is it really means? Here she is told that, see, the house seems to be a bit brighter in the summer day. Okay. But often her thought, everything will be on that house whenever she is crossing that area. Okay, how the house looks, what is really happening in that house. Okay, always she will be thinking about that house whenever she is crossing that area. Now, it plays with your mind. Okay, it plays with your mind because the thought of the house will not go away from your mind. Okay, it will be haunting your mind. So it is said that, see, it plays with your mind. To me, I say it is one of a kind. It's a different meaning. Always it will be playing with my mind. It is not going away from me. The thoughts of that house always playing with me. I can't forget about that house. Always in my mind something is running. What is running? What is really happening? Is any ghost inside that house? Who is coming at night in that house? Okay, many, lot of questions will arise in the mind of the poet while she is thinking about that house. Got it, ma? Okay, one more time. Let me read that third stanza. I drive past the house almost every day. Okay, so whenever she is driving past that house, whenever she moves across that house, what happened? The thought of, or she was tempted to get inside that house. That is the main thing. So only she is telling that it plays with your mind. Okay, the house seems to be a bit brighter on this warm summer day in May. It plays with your mind. To me, I say it is one of a kind. Okay, this is a third stanza. Now we can move to the fourth stanza. Okay, so still now we have seen the description of the house. Okay, but now we are going to see about a tree. Okay, it's a different kind of tree. What kind of a tree it is, we can see. Beside the house sits a tree. Okay, near to that house a tree is there. It never grows leaves. There won't be any leaves on the tree. Okay, not in the winter, spring, summer or fall. Okay, whatever the season may be, the season may change, but there won't be any change in the tree. Okay, so maybe it will be winter season or spring season or summer season or fall. Fall means autumn. Okay, the season may change, but there won't be any change in the tree. Okay, so now it just sits there, never getting small or ever growing tall. Okay, never getting small or ever growing tall. It will never get small or ever growing tall. How could this be? This stanza ends with a question. How could this happen? Okay, if a tree is there, it should grow or it should not remain there. Is it? It will die. But here what happened? It is remaining the same, but there is no change in the tree. Okay, so beside the house sits a tree. It never grows leaves, not in the winter, spring, summer or fall. It just sits there, never getting small or ever growing tall. How could this be? Rumors are constantly being made. Okay, we are going to our last stanza. Rumors are constantly being made, and each day the house just begins to fade. Okay, so they are creating many stories about this house. Okay, rumors are constantly made. Why these rumors are happening? Why they are telling rumors? See, if someone is not knowing about the real thing, they will create false stories, is it, ma? So rumors are constantly made about this house, and each day the house begins to fade. Okay, so what happened inside that house? What happened inside that house? Nobody knows. See, I really don't know. I guess it always be a mystery. So nobody knows what is really happening in that house. Nobody knows. Okay, so here the poet ends with the last line. See, I guess it will always be a mystery. Why it will be always a mystery? The poet is guessing. If somebody is dare enough to get inside that house, they can understand what is really happening inside that house. So the mystery will be revealed, okay? But here, nobody is dare to get inside that house. Then it will be always a mystery. Okay? So the poet said that, I guess it will always be a mystery. Okay? So this is about the poem. The first three stanzas we had seen about the description of that house. And next in the fourth stanza, we see the description of that tree, okay, adding some more mystery to that house. And the last stanza, the poet give a conclusion that rumors are constantly made about that house because nobody is there enough to get inside that house. So it will be remaining always a mystery. Okay, so I have given you the description. Now just we can see some poetic devices here and there. What are the things here we can see? So first line, see, it sat alone. It, here the first line itself, it is personification. Okay, so the house is compared with the human quality, so it is called personification. Then next I will be reading you the first stanza and explaining you what are the poetic device there. See, it sat alone. What happened there is still today unknown. It is very mysterious place, and inside you can tell it has ton of space, but at the same time it is bare to the bone. Okay, take your pencil and mark the rhyming scheme. For rhyming scheme, you have to see the last words, isn't it? So see that it sat alone. For alone, what do you give the letter? A. Okay, alone. Unknown. Okay, again A. Place. B. Space, again B. Bone, with again the sound of alone. Alone, unknown, bone. Okay, so A. Okay, so what is the rhyming scheme of the first stanza? A, B, B, A. It is the rhyming scheme. Rhyming words, pick out the rhyming words of the first stanza. If they are mentioning like that, what will you write? Alone, unknown, bone. Okay, then place, space. Okay, these are the rhyming words of the first stanza. It sat alone. It is personified, personification. Okay, ma. And next, at night the house seems to be alive. That line you just mark it. See, alive, of, house, about, me. Okay, so of difference, there is no particular rhyming scheme there. So then move to that. I drive past the house almost every day. Okay, day, may. Okay, so that is day and may of same, that rhyming words, day, may. Then brighter, we can't write anything, but mind, kind, again we can write as a rhyming word. Okay, so then next also same like that, tree. Okay, and the last line B, tree and B of that fourth stanza, it is rhyming words. Then fall, tall, rhyming words. Then next made and fade of the next line, that is rhyming words. Then next, okay, then here one new type of that rhyming, that our rhyming scheme is there. We can see that is about the poetic device. It is rhetorical question. Have you ever heard about the rhetorical question? No, is it? So this rhetorical question means, see here, the poet or somebody will make it, the speaker usually make this rhetorical question, and they won't wait for your answer. They won't wait for your answer. Just they will move on by saying one answer. Okay, they are expecting a constant same answer from you. Okay, so they won't wait for that. See, usually here it is there. What happened inside that house? Okay, nobody knows. That is the answer. So the poet is keeping the answer in the mind, and then they'll be asking a question. That is a rhetorical question. Here, or not rhetorical questions are there in this poem too. So other than that, rhyming scheme, if they ask, you have to write rhyming words. They'll be asking, and also internal rhyme is there in this poem. Internal rhyme. Usually, the rhyming scheme, the last words of the poem, we will collect and write the rhyming scheme. But here, internal rhyme is also there. In the line itself, the rhyming words will be there. For example, I will give you a line. See, on this warm summer day in May. Day, May. The same line itself, the rhyming words is there. So, we can say that it is internal rhyme. Okay, if they give you the line, on this warm summer day in May, you have to write what is the poetic device employed here? Internal rhyme. What are the rhyming words here? Day, May. In the same line, the rhyming word is there. So, we will call it as internal rhyme. Okay, ma? Then next, ma, one more thing is there. It just sits there, never getting small or ever growing tall. Never, ever. Okay, this is another internal rhyme. And also, one more thing, onomatopoeia. The sound is there. What is that? Light, flicker, on and off. Okay, the light flicker, that sound. Okay, that is the onomatopoeia. That is another poetic device. It is in the second stanza. And also, we say about the rhetorical question and also the onomatopoeia and internal rhyme. These are the different kinds of poetic device employed in this poem. And also one more thing, at night the house seems to be alive. It is paradox. Paradox means in Tamil we can say it as muranbadu. Okay, so usually in the daytime only we can say that your house is alive, like that we can say. Okay, all the time people will be working, moving here, and then the daytime, night all the one will sleep. Okay, but here it is given that at night the house seems to be alive. So that line we can say it as an example for paradox. Okay, so these are the different kinds of poetic device employed in this poem. Okay, ma. So, it's not a memory poem. You have to go through this poem, read it, and different kinds of poetic devices also employed here. All those things you can just use it. Okay, just read it and find out. So, already I had given you the study portion. You have to study the 6th unit memory poem fully, and you have to write it in your rough note. Okay, ma. Thank you, children.